Okay, so I'm back at this point. What I call it? But like I was stating, before I got off the phone to let my son know that I was there to get him. Um, yeah. So those are those examples that I actually went through. Okay, that is the type of thing that I'm talking about. As basically, you are not able to see certain things because you're supposed to do certain things and learn from certain situations. So not everything is shown the way people believe it. And it's like, you can just, it's just an energy about that, where it's just like, well, yeah, I guess you didn't see that coming. You can see everything, but you didn't see that coming. Like, yeah, you're not supposed to see everything that happens that is potentially to happen. Now, yeah, a few of my, well, not even a few of my friends, but only one of my friends that I would talk to, um, I would talk to her, and she, she like just looked at me because I would be like, okay, so I'm looking at this situation like this. Either this is going to line up like that, or it's going to line up like, B, or it's going to line up like C, or it's going to line up like D, E, F, G. Like, there's like 7, maybe 9, 11 different ways that I'm seeing an outcome come from a certain situation and how it can go about and what can possibly happen and take place. And the next thing you know, be damned if I wasn't told, like, holy shit, you called it. And I'm just like, okay. Like, I'm just saying what I saw, just like I would see like certain things from people. Like, it seems like, there will be certain people out there that loves, some the toxic behavior that, some people don't like. Some people actually love that. That's because that's their forte. That's what they like. That's what they're used to. It's just something about it that keeps them, happy. I don't know what it is, but everybody has their piece. Not everybody has to like the same thing. It is what it is. And that's how it's always going to be. So that's my examples of how, for the naysayers and everything. Because like I would tell my ex all the time. Yeah, Juliet. She's here. She's around because the same. I could smell her, just like I can smell certain people, and who they've been around. And it's just like, it's really weird how that happens, but it's just like, you pick up on a scent, and it's just like, I know you, or somebody who I know. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that's when I started looking at shit like, what the fuck is going on? I start eyeing every damn thing because it's like something's too familiar. But whatchamacallit, Juliet had a scent when she passed away, and every time I went around her, the closer she was to her, her death, her passing, the scent, it was always there, and it's very distinct. I know when it's her, and I would smell her all the time afterwards. Like, I got a good whiff of her when she took her last breath, after she took her last breath. And then it was when I was sitting in like the hallway to the attic, I think a couple hours later, I started to sense her again. And then she would come in to the home. It was always weird because she always hung around the pictures. She always hung around the pictures that Lola had on the serving table next to her dining room table. And that's where Juliet loved to stay. I don't know why. But I always made sure to tell her, Juliet's here, and, let her know that she was right there whenever she came by. Whether or not, people were open to what I was saying, I really didn't, put a second thought to it, because it's something that I'm used to. It's like, okay, well, I know when people are around, just like I knew when there was something in the corner of my room, and I, told my ex. And this was like almost like This was like 21, early 21. Okay. And yeah, it was some big massive shadow thing that was always creeping into the bedroom. Like, it would open the doors, it would walk around, you could hear it, and then it would just sit into the corner of the room at night when it was time to go to sleep. And one thing I realized once, after some certain shit happened, it stopped. And then I'm like, wait, hold up now. Because I'm like, when it stopped watching me, it was when something else came in to override it. See, people don't know what the fuck I walk with. And I keep on warning everybody, don't fuck with me. But, you know, some people found out. I didn't do shit, but it's just, you do things maliciously, and things you can't sense or see are very fond of me. As others that are here too, you know. It is what it is. Can't help it, you know. Just can't help it. But yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. Okay. I gotta get my produce and stuff. Yeah. So, like I said, you know, you can come across, you know, a certain type of way, but remember, it's just, you know, how people are going to perceive you, how they, you know, are projecting onto themselves, you know, and are using you as their, you know, chalkboard, basically. You're, you know, you're the projector, you know. You are that screen that the projection is going to be on for these people. So, you know, it's just like, you can have your doubts and everything else, but that's showing you where your mentality is and your understanding of everything around you. And how I basically sit here and will tell you, the devil is the lived, and this is why the devil was gifted this realm for the physical, because they lived. The thing is, where were you when you lived? What vibration, what frequency were you on? What were you bringing into this planet? What were you bringing into the people around you? What were you gifting? Okay? Or what were you doing? What were you trying to do? Because these people, when you pass in the energy that you are walking in among this world. That's why you keep coming back. This is a recycle. Okay? We're going to come here until we get it right, or until we just say, hey, yeah, I'm done. You know. But like I said, it's a lot of things that go on here, and yeah, it's beautiful when this is what you carry, but it will be as nasty as you are most comfortable with dealing with yourself in, because everything that you're coming across is nothing but you. So you doubt yourself, you doubt others, you victimize yourself. You'll end up being a victimization. You know, you'll cause people to be in a certain type of I can't pronounce it because my throat is fucking dry. But you'll see what I'm saying. Everything you do here is up to you, and only you can, you know, make it right, and only you can walk this walk of yours. You know, we're all one and we're all different. Okay? Nothing's the same. Alright? This is why you're coming across yourself so many different times throughout the day. You know, daily basis, you're always running into another version of yourself in another vessel and another frequency on a different vibration. Okay? Why I said before, do unto others what you do unto you. They said it. Just like what they say in the United we stand, divided we fall. Our forefathers, they already knew what was going on about this country. They give you the blueprint in every single thing in the daily living. But we are too ignorant. Well, I'm not going to speak for myself. If when you're not paying attention, you will be ignorant. When you choose not to research and learn, you will be ignorant. But things are not just spoken for the health or just for the sounds of it, United we stand, divided we fall. There is so much truth into that. And it's not just for the U.S. It's for everybody on this planet in a whole. United we stand together, divided we all will fall. Think about it. One bad apple can ruin the bunch. Crabs in a bucket. They just keep on pulling each other down. When you're divided and you go against one another, that's when you start pulling each other down. Because you don't look for the other person's best interest, because you're looking at the other person as better than you, as something that is outside of you, something that you believe that you cannot be a part of, when whoever said there was a limit to anything that you can get here other than you in your mind? People have a scarcity mindset, a lack mentality. And that's something that was programmed within this realm. If we allow X, Y, and Z to happen, how will these people react? How will they go through life? What will they do? Will they respond? Will they react? How will they take it? You just gotta have faith. Like I said, my mother, she used to say, hey, you think money grows on trees? Wasn't going to be a smart ass, but, it is paper. Just saying. But, the thing is, she always would say that we were poor. And I'm wondering, how could you think that you're even such when you have everything? Like, you brought me a pool. You brought this freaking beautiful house. Okay? You sold your other house to your other daughter. Your job that you had was something that, it seemed like you enjoyed. You loved to do for years on end. Being an officer. And it was just like such beauty and growth. Such beauty and growth that, was always around her. That it never made any sense to me. Like, you don't see the riches that you carry. But you are always rich. You have everything. And you always will, and you always did, and you always have. You always will. But, hey, can't speak for other people. But I did say something like this. If you can help yourself, would you? Think about it like this. When you don't grow, you hold everything else around you back from growing as well, including yourself. The you that you are right now, you don't grow and you take that choice just to stay because you're comfortable with certain people and everything. What happens when you stay comfortable just because you like where you're at or the people that you're around? You'll hinder yourself, and that's of your own doing. And when you do that, it's a chain reaction all around you, because you have to understand, when you uplift yourself and you put yourself first and you grow from within, it'll show throughout. Which means if these people that are your kinfolk, are your, your besties, whatever they are to you, when they're meant to rise, they'll rise. But if you don't go up, what will make them? Especially if they look at you for advice, or they see you as a living example of something because they see something in you that you don't see in yourself. It's just something to think about. Like, seriously, looking at people that basically like, you know what, I just want to be a better person, and I'll take my time and I will become that better person in order to grow. And you see how that works out for you. And it's just like, wait, what did you lose when you decided to do this? I stopped being a people pleaser. And I finally started saying yes to myself instead of to everybody else around me, before me. And not having that time for myself and caring for myself the way I should have been. So, it's like, yeah, I thought I was before. But just because I would sit here and make sure I look presentable to face the world, which is what I was taught growing up, doesn't mean that I had it all 100% packed within. Because it was the inside that needed to be healed from everything that I've dealt with in the past. And that's when I realized I am a fucking people pleaser. And it really did give me some disgust with myself, because it's just like, why? What for? Because every single time when you need something, every single time when you need to be heard, you're ignored. Still, no matter what you do. But still, you continue on trying to do the most. But that's because I had to realize what type of person I am. And I'm giving. It's just natural to me. I've always been this way. And I do know the difference of when I'm caring and giving to where I see you and I just basically let it go and focus in on me. How I can be. And I got that confused with being a good person all around and took away that trait that protected me and stopped me from being a people pleaser. I did that when back in my childhood. So, yeah. I'm just happy that I finally, realized what it was and was able to heal myself out of it. We're never 100% healed, but we are like doing it on a daily basis, whether you realize it or not. But some people, they just don't do it. Some people find it too hard. Some people find it, it's just a challenge for them. So they just find it easier just to not do the work. But that's what I'm saying. You can't cheat yourself out of life because you don't do the work. But you might want to try to pretend like you are, and you want to come off as certain individuals. But this is the beauty of this. You can do that all you want. It's not going to change who you are truly. But mind your words, because word is bond. Which means the more you pretend, the more you will be. And you will become exactly as you speak. That's how things work. Not playing when I tell you, there's a lot of stuff that is really crazy, that's in this realm. But it's crazy cool. It's really something. It's a beautiful world. Just learn to enjoy it. So, yeah, talking my ass off again. I don't, shit. I gotta be careful with that. Alright, so, I'm gonna go so I can, jump on another reading real quick and get out of here. Alright, have a good day. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.